Reporters of Al-News report from Syria. The city of Sarakib in the province of Idlib is under the control of the Syrian forces. Earlier, the Syrian army repelled the counterattacks of terrorists in the vicinity of the city. On Thursday, the government troops entered the city of Sarakib and started to search the area. The Al Jazeera TV channel reports that the Turkish forces fired at the positions of the Syrian forces near the city of Sarakib. It was reported that the Turkish shelling coincided with the counterattack of the terrorist groups that tried to retake their positions, previously lost as a result of the offense of the Syrian army in the region. The Russian delegation will arrive in Turkey to negotiate on the situation in the de-escalation zone in the province of Idlib, the Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Cavusoglu announced on Friday on air of the NTV. Cavusoglu claimed that the aggression of the regime of the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad in Idlib continues. Earlier, the Russian Foreign Ministry noted that there has been an escalation of the situation in the Idlib de-escalation zone during the last few weeks. Igor Konashenkov, the spokesman for the Russian Ministry of Defense, announced that on the night of 6th of February, a passenger airliner Airbus 320 with 172 passengers on board nearly came under fire during an Israeli airstrike on Damascus. The airplane was en route Tehran-Damascus. It was supposed to land at the airport in Damascus. Thanks to the swift actions of the airport dispatchers and the efficient operation of the automated air traffic control system, it was possible to get the Airbus 320 out of the Syrian air defense strike zone and safely land the airplane at the nearest alternative airport at the Russian airbase Khmeimim. Igor Konashenkov explained and underlined that the Israeli General Staff performs a military operation in the air while using civilian aircraft with passengers on board, either for their own cover or to block the response of the Syrian air defense forces. It is becoming a typical feature of the Israeli Air Force. During an extraordinary meeting of the UN Security Council on the situation in Idlib, called by the initiative of the US, the UK and France, the Turkish permanent representative to the UN, Feridun Sinirlioglu, announced that Turkey is working together with the UN in order to resolve the Syrian conflict peacefully. Turkey, however, reserves the right for the self-defense and refuses to pull out their forces. He also accused the Syrian government of deliberately attacking the Turkish military and of trying to drag Turkey into a dirty war via that attack. The Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe intends to promote the joint work of Russia and Japan aimed to find a solution acceptable to both parties which would result in a peace treaty. It is important, first of all, to enhance the trust and friendship between the Japanese and Russian people, to make the four islands into the islands of friendship, Shinzo Abe explained during a Congress for the Return of the Northern Territories, as the Coral Islands are called in Japan. The Japanese Foreign Minister Motegi Toshimitsu announced that Japan wants to further expand the joint economic activities on the so-called Northern Islands during this year. Konstantin Restov, specially for Al-News.